And we continue to peek in some of the live images coming out of Traverse City tonight. As you see, Vice President Mike Pence at the podium there, talking to a sizable crowd up in Traverse City. Again, both the Vice President and President Trump will be headed to Grand Rapids later tonight.
And in Grand Rapids at the Gerald R. Ford International Airport, the President and Vice President are expected to hold a rally tonight at 10:30. We'll, of course, have team coverage throughout the night for you.
He's got a guitar with him. I didn't hear a word you said, but I'm sure he completes it.
Who could forget that night in 2016, the eve of the election, and Rick Alvin, thinking back to that night, I think both of you and I privately acknowledged that Donald Trump had a lot of momentum. Certainly not in just that night, but going into the final stretch of the campaign. Here we are 4 years later. And he's trying to get that old feeling back again.
Yeah, and I mean, he's replicating some of these stops. And if you think about it in 2016, I want to be really clear. I didn't see Donald Trump being able to navigate that path because, like I showed you at 5 o'clock, it was a very difficult path then, a difficult path now. But what he did in going to Freedom Hill a couple of nights before and then coming back in here, in my mind, I kept saying, something's going on. These crowds are too big. Again, I'm not pretending that I predicted that election because I certainly didn't. We knew that our pollster had Hillary Clinton up by 4, plus or minus 4, so she could have been up by 8, or they could have been tied. And I took a world of grief for saying that Monday night on the air. As it turns out, they were tied. So there are a lot of similarities. Now, obviously, our polling shows Biden further ahead outside the margin of error here in the state of Michigan and in some of the other states that we talked about, although still others are very close within the margin of error. So I think coming back to Michigan, I don't know if it's superstition or I don't know if they're actually looking at zip codes and precincts and saying, this is what we need to do to get our margins to the point that we can win in Michigan, because it doesn't matter if it's 10,000 votes or if it's 10 votes, it's 16 electoral votes.
And he is expecting a big crowd out at that airport facility tonight. Early indications, airport officials saying that there might be 20,000 people out there tonight, Rick.
Yeah, and just think about what it's like out there. This is all outdoors, so this is not like a nice summer evening where you can go out and enjoy yourself. But we saw this 4 years ago, too, the enthusiasm of his supporters. Now, the thing that is also different this year is that Democrats saw that enthusiasm, too. And they've been working really hard to make sure they identify and turn out their voters, as have the Republicans. It's going to be real interesting to see when it all wraps up. And a quick reminder, it will not be tomorrow night.
Not going to make a prediction on that either.
Friday at the earliest.
Okay. Rick, thank you.
You bet.
Sue.